Hello, hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today I'm going to do a little bit more of my stash busting ideas. I've got a Stamperia pack here that I'm going to explain what I'm going to do with, and we're going to use one of the pages in here to show you that 5-pocket pocket that I showed on my last video. And a few people said that they were interested in that. I also have an old paper pad over here to the left of me, and I'm going to be doing sort of the same thing. Actually, I came up with a new pocket for that, so I'll show you that in another video. But we're going to do the sneaky peek right now. Oh, I've just been... Oh, here's the 5-pocket pocket. That's what we're going to do today. This is the one that I showed you in the sneaky peek for last video. And it's very easy. You'll be able to do this so simply. Don't worry about it. That one just doesn't want to go back in there. But, yeah, if you got a piece of paper, and especially if it's two-sided, that's good. We want two-sided. Isn't that a pretty, that's like a cathedral window. I love that. Oh, she wrote in this one. This was like a piece of ephemera, I think. This is one of my dyed papers. I think this was with food coloring. And I love this kind of a pattern here. I just love that. Whatever that is, Baroque looking. Check that out. And see, I have a stencil, and that's what I did. I put that on in between the papers. Here is another, this is a placemat that I used with the same thing. And what it is I have these pages somebody gave me that are pedigree charts. So I said, well, I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to fill Mom's pedigree chart out. So I did. But I made this, it was so long that I tucked it over, and I put like a stronger piece of paper right here. And she's got little goodies tucked in here. There's a made tag that I did. And I stapled the lace on the top. And then we had this because that was Vic's pansies and grapes and stuff like that. And this is her gardening book, so that was part of it. She could have wrote about her garden in here or however she wanted. We're going to go another page so you can see what I've got hooked on here. It is an envelope. And I did a stencil around the outside. And what that was is from that great big butterfly I've got. You've seen it because I've used it in my altered book. But it was the cutout of it. And I just kind of did a dark stencil. A dark bit of ink around the outside edge, and then I let the rest of it kind of bleed out. And then I put another butterfly on top of it. And I thought it really turned out pretty against this dyed envelope that I had. And she didn't have anything in there. Oh, well. Okay, this is where we're going to stop. I've showed you quite a few pages there. Well, this is the Stamperia pack that I'm wanting to kill. It's a dream. And it's so pretty. If you like shabby chic, it's a gorgeous one to have. There's one of the pages here that shows you, yeah, here. This kind of shows you all the pieces that was in there. There's a set of rounds. I went and fussy cut those out last night. There's a sheet of tags. I cut those out last night. I must have used most of these journal cards and stuff before, but because I only had a few little goodies left over. I think I had one of those bookmarks. And anyway, so I've used up everything but this pink one here. There was one with this one because it's got like a bee design on it. And then there's one that's the pretty, that one I think. Oh, I love that one. Well, let me show them to you instead of just pointing them out. So here is this one. And I think that I'm going to save this one or make this one into something for a bee journal because that really looks like beehive to me. I think the colors will work. It's really pink on that side, but I think I'm okay. Now this page is the one with the back page. So I'm going to use this for something to do with a heart for Valentine's Day. So that's going to be in the future. And then this piece is the same one here, but that's the front. Now that's the one we're going to use today for the 5-pocket pocket. And this one here is words. And I really want to use the words, so I'm going to be cutting this out. But these pieces like that were It's along the edge, and I'm going to put a collage, make those into a collage tag, and use it for something, either for something to do with one of these, because the colors work. But I have all these other things over here. I'm going to be using them maybe on the next few ideas that I come up with, these last few papers. Oh, okay. Let me grab the one we want. We want that one. Okay. Oh, also, I have some goodies I'm going to show you at the end, so stick around. It's going to be those glassine pockets that I did at the other video, and the rounds, and I'll tell you my plans for the altered butterfly book, because we haven't done that for a while. So anyhow, with this one, you don't want a square. You want a rectangle. So usually an 8.5 by 11 would work. So since this is already 12, we're going to make it a little bit bigger pocket. Maybe we'll try, see how big it becomes. So since this is 12, 8.5 by 11, that's 8, 9, 10, 11. So 9, I guess that's 9.5, 12 by 9.5. Let me get that cut and check out that cut. That'll be a perfect tag. I could cut it off right here and make a tag there, and the tag there I've already got words on it. That's kind of cool, and it's already backed. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so this is 12 by 9.5. All right, now what you want to do, this is going to be my inside because of the, you know, wording and everything, but I think it'll go around that. I won't be able to see that. Now what you want to do is you can line up your point on a line somewhere or whatever, but what you're going to do is want to have maybe a 1/2 inch maybe over here, 1 inch, 3/4, but it's going to be whatever works out for the 2 points to meet that same line and have this even. See, I don't think I'm even. I got to go out a little bit further. Oh yeah, a little bit further, because I'm trying to get this to be the same width all the way down. Okay, is that right? A little bit more. Oh, whew. And you got to keep your hands on it too. That's the tricky part. All right, is that an... I think that's about right. I think I got a little bit more. Okay, that's it. Now we're going to fold it. Going to fold it. Just do like that. Get your bone folder out if you got it. Use the... I've seen some ladies, if you don't have a bone folder, they use their scissors, and they just rub that rounded part of the handle over that, and it does a good job on it. All right, so our next step is we're going to fold it over. Now, see, I'm going to have that Stamperia that may be showing, but we can cover that up with something. I'm not exactly sure how wide this needs to be, since I've got a different dimension going here. But let's see. I'm going to make it about 4 inches, maybe. I think you're able to adjust to however wide you want this to be at this point. But you're still going to have it at a certain width to have this part here tuck into this part. And that's the next step. Now this point here is kind of in the way, so I think we might just cut that point off. I don't think I actually need it. This is not part of the the usual way to do it. That's just the way I'm going to do it. But yeah, I need to have it where this one meets right over there, like that. And see if that works out. I sort of have this one color all on the outside, but I think I'm fine because that gives me the ability to decorate. Now, that's where you just tuck that right into the top one, the bottom pocket there, and that's it. It holds together. Now, what you want to do, though, is if you don't intend to ever unfold this, you want to glue that part right down here because that's going to be an open pocket and your goodies are going right on through. So, Let's give a good push down here. I don't know if I'm going to glue it right yet because I'm still thinking about what I need to do for this little part right there. It may be that I use... Is that going to fit there? Dreams do come true, or with love? What have I got over here already? Here's a dream big. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. So we'll put our dream big right there. Now, depending on what all you're going to put in these pockets, you may not... what was I going to say? You may not see this exactly right off the bat, but once you start taking things out of your pocket, you're going to see what's in there. And you want to have these about even. That's the other thing. But if it's not, it's not. You know, no worries. I mean, it's pretty cute. And it's a very interesting concept. Now, there's other different things you can put on here. I've got this. That's part of the... See, it says love, live every moment, laugh every day, love beyond words, dream big, and love. I wonder if that would work right there. That was all together, because I really don't have much of anything else. I think I am, because I want to use these things up. That's why they're out here. And I had just those 3 pages left. And I thought, I got to do something with that. Oh. Well, on to the saga of the cemetery, okay? We did get a response back, or Kathy, our buddy Kathy, got a response back about those little triplets. And yes, all 3 of them are buried there. They're all in one grave, poor little babies. And, but what confused us was the two markers. The one with Tanya Muncie, 1973, and the other metal marker was just Muncie, 1973. That was just totally confusing to us. We couldn't figure out what was going on. So, got that figured out. Plus, I've got check these out. I've got a report written up. That one does say dreams do come true. It's a good thing I didn't use that in case that goes in here. Whoops. I had this little trim over there that was from my last video, I believe, was something. And it had that little green on it. I don't remember. I remember pointing that out to you. But anyhow, this is what I want to do with it. I'm going to take that little bit and I'm going to at least line that edge to give it something. It's either that side or this side. And I'm not sure which one I like them. I kind of like this side the best, tell you the truth. So let's just go down through there. And we're going to add a little bit of glue. And I did this with quite a few of them. I trimmed the edges with stuff. And it strengthens it, especially if you use more of a copy paper weight page. Because you can do this with the thinner paper pads. You don't have to do it with this Stamperia or something stronger. So that will help out. I might have to trim out a little more. I actually had to rip this up a little bit here because I just thought about it. So you know how it is. Got that little bit of pink right there, but I'm not too crazy about it. We'll put it up there at the top where it's kind of out of the way. All right, I had to pull that back a little bit more. All right, so we're only going to go under there just a little bit. So I'll put that glue on the actual end. So don't make a mistake with anything. Oops. Okay. And we'll put a little bit right there. And that's what's going up underneath here. Right there. There we go. And I almost lost that flower, which was the plan. Okay, I'm going to re-glue that little bit right there and put him back down. Here we go. Looking good already. All right, let's get in here and trim. I'm going to use my little fussy cutting scissors so I can kind of get it all, get that extra piece down there and that piece right there. All right. I used up that little scrap, didn't I? I could have inked it. I mean, you can always ink these around the outside edges if you want. Now, I kind of need something right here, and I'm not sure what that would be. I'd like it to be a focal point of some type. And I'm trying to think what I've got. I do have some butterflies that are over here. Let's see what I got. I got some butterflies on this paper, which is the other paper pad I'm trying to kill. And I got some I do have a peachy one. That one might go. Let me check somewhere else. Ah, I think I have the winner right there. Now this is my little book that I made a while back for my what do you call these? My clusters and my paper clips. And I had them all down in a little box down below me here, and so I decided to glue them all in here. And what the idea was is you glued them on a page that could also be ripped out, and you got a little bit of that color behind it. So I don't think I care that I get a little bit of that. That green is a little intense, but I think we'll be okay. But let's move the paper clip up just a tad, and we'll get in here and we'll rip this out. I need to be getting and looking at some of these maybe for my vintage butterfly book, but like I said, the colors may not quite work, so that's why I haven't really gone for it yet. And yeah, you don't glue anything on the back side. This was a paper pad that I had, and it just had these weird things as the focal points on it, and so I just never have used it for anything. And I said, well, let me just do that. I'm going to just use it and put my fussy cuts. I have my little strip in here. What do you call those? I can't remember it right now. And I had these type of things in here that were from, like, the shape, if you make tags and stuff. And I thought they worked out really good there. I really didn't have another... That one has a little bit of those. No, it's got too much blue. So, yeah. That's what I have in here. This is just a bunch of clusters. Now, I can go back over it with some rub ones and make it come alive, that kind of thing. So, this was just the beginnings kind of what I was doing. Like, you can even do something with fabric. I had a little bit of fabric in here. Okay, so that one's done. Now we can get rid of these butterflies. And we are going to rip this down just a tad more, so it fits on the front of our cover. And then it's ready to go. Do I want that? I got a little bit of that blue there, but he's a little on the larger side. See what we can do. Pull this down a little bit more. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. That will work. Let's get some. I'm actually going to ink this one. I am. I can't help it. Got to put my ground espresso oxide on here because I love, love, love a burnt edge. And that may be one of the reasons you haven't glued your pocket together yet. You might still want to get in there and ink after you get the chance of auditioning things and putting things in there you think would go, that kind of stuff. All right. So, yeah. And sometimes you might want it to be stick out a little bit more. Like that is just kind of fading into the back. See, it popped out a little bit more. You don't have to use a lot. Yeah, I like that. That's the only thing that needed it. That was kind of fading in. All right, now we're going to put some glue on here, and hopefully I try not to put any over here on this edge, just because I think that's going to hang over just a tad. All right. And also, I had only one of my ladies told me that they thought they would like to have a Farmer's Almanac journal as the next journal I work on. So that's what it's going to be. I had one vote, one girl. So I thought that was kind of cool. That's kind of what I wanted to go to anyway. All right. So I think we're done. I think it's done. Now, I'll show you what it'll look like in the journal. Ooh, I forgot the glue. Okay. Let's put this a little glue. Now, you can do two-sided tape here. You can do glue. You can do fabric tack. Whatever it takes to get that shut. And that's all you're going to need to do. It snowed on us today. I was surprised. It's still actually snowing out there. It's a little powdery. Gave us a couple inches. Really brightened the outsides up. That's for sure. Okay, I think that turned out really nice. I got some nice inspirational words here. You could put something back here, but that's going to be less seen than some kind of a word message that's up here on the front. So that's the only reason I went in that direction. Let me hit that. Hit that again. I'm going to hit this down here because when you burnish your glue, that really makes it adhere better. Let's put a little, get all the stuff out of the way. Okay, let me get the book out and I'll kind of show you. Do I have an empty page here somewhere? Well, sort of like right there. That, well, this one. It may be a little on the bigger side, which it is. It's going to take almost that whole page just because I made it a little bigger. Remember, mine was 12 by 9.5. Your usual paper is 8.5 by 11, an inch smaller. So, anyhow, what you were going to do is you're going to, especially if you want to make it a 5-pocket pocket, glue the horseshoe. Glue a U. And then what you're going to do is you're going to have a tuck back here at the very back. That's 1. Then you'll have 2, 3, 4, and 5 for little babies. Okay. Actually goes really good with those colors, doesn't it? All right. Well, I thank you for coming to visit, and I hope you got a chance to take in exactly how to make this so you can do your own. I do want to show you my goodies that I got done on the last video because I wanted to show you close-ups. Here's all the glassine bags, and here are the rounds. Now, this is my favorite, of course. I love irises. I love purple. So, I have, I used up almost all of these little faux wax seals from the Dollar Tree. So, I only have 2 left. They'll probably go maybe on one of these, this one, and something else. So, they'll be gone. We have a little bit of the trim here. I've got pink in this, and I got purple. So, I put a lot of pink on these other ones. But I have rubber ones. I have Tim Holtz ephemera. I had the doily. And I really like how that turned out. Now, this was a mistake on the green. Because I had that, I sprayed it in my splat box. And some of the paper towel that was on it came up through once I got it wet. But I like it. Okay. Then we have these. And of course, these are all rub ones too that Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy gave me. So that was, I put filed in there because of the F. And it's got all these little pink goodies. And here's the one in the yellow. So it kind of got a color for everything. This is one of the longer tags I had. And I cut that down just a little bit so it would fit. And I have a little butterfly in here because you could see the bare ends of the flowers, and I hid it that way. I got a little bit of mushroom on there as well. Now this one, I fussy cut this bird out of a U because, you know, I needed a bird to go with the nest. And I set him on there. And I have curiosities and got that all fixed up. I had a bunch of red on here, so I used this red circle. And here's another rub one and another little piece of ephemera. And I really like the little dragonfly over here, and I got a butterfly there. So this, and then I got chronicles. Because this was some words, so I thought chronicles. Yeah, I got 2 packs of those Tim Holtz rub ones, and I got to use them. This one was different. I made it a pocket. So I cut that one piece down that came from the front cover, just so it was small enough that it wasn't so big. I did do the rub. I did the rub on a little crooked, but I'm hoping nobody can see that. Just my eye. I have mushroom here, and I did a bug because he's a specimen. And we have this one, which was... Now, I put observation on this one, and I'll have to tell you why. Because I was not very observant. When I put this one down, it's a G. See how the flower is actually going up? It's actually a G, and I thought it was a D. So that's what observation was for. Oh, all right. Now here's the R with the pretty roses, and I thought that went well with the colors in the background here. There's that other little red piece of ephemera. This dark went the best with the R, and I have lost and found. I don't know why, because that's something to do with flying. Usually you lose something when you fly. All right, and I did a bunch of rub-ons here, I think just to kind of use them up. I have figure 1 and 2, observation, some numbers here, and yeah, this I really like how this turned out. I have some, now this one was another one. That's why observations on this one too. The rub-ons, these little guys right here, they did not go that well on a solid white, an unpainted white glassine bag. So watch out for that. I really had to struggle to get these to go down. Now, they also do not like to go on this mica sprayed doily. They would not stick to that thing. So that you have a couple of little flowers sticking up here. Actually, there's a raw edge right there. But, so I had to try to just, you know, hide it by putting those mushrooms there. So anyhow, that was a little bit of foiled works that I had there. Now, these are my coaster cards, I call them. This was some of that Christmas in July lace that I got for free, and I hadn't had anything to do with it yet. I got a bug here just because I was using him up. I also have this one. Which way does this go? Here's the M. Okay, that was from the front cover because I had to cut a little bit off. And I got one of my leftover pieces of my lace rose. Here's some more of that trim that I got for free. And then we have this one, which is, this was a really pretty piece that I made into a belly band. But I used that, actually, I used that in 2 places. I used the middle part here and the outer part there. So don't be afraid to cut things apart. Now this one is an N. So here's the pretty flower. Now I sprayed that with my re-inker water bottle down there. And as you can see how the outside edges are fine. When you cut them, once you got this all glued down and you cut it, they can fray to their heart's content. And there's that one. Well, I hope you got a chance to see everything you needed to see to give you some ideas. I have plans on doing my cover for my vintage butterfly book, altered book. I picked these out. I've got, that's going to be the background. I've got a doily that's going over the spine. I have this that I sprayed with my water bottle to you know, dirty it up because it was white. There, that's the side. But that's going to be underneath. And I'm going to be sewing buttons. I got all these buttons down on the bar. They're white or creamy. And they're mostly the old buttons. And I'm going to be gluing them onto the front with a butterfly. So that is my plans for my butterfly journal. And I got one of these done. Check this out. Now, this is just a little preview. Because, remember this one? I had to figure out how this one was made. So I made this one with the leftovers of my floral alphabet Stamperia pack. And check it out. Isn't that pretty? Okay, well, there we go. You got a little sneaky peek of that one. So I will see you later. Everybody come back and visit. Give me a thumbs up if you liked what you saw. And everybody have a great, great day. Bye-bye.